Hi, it's Bill of the North, and I'm going to do a quick video today about the Svea 123 backpacking stove. This one here is the R version, and I've already done a couple of videos on that. It's standing in, however, for the older 123 without the R, which is still hot right now. I just had a burn on it. But I'm just gonna light it up and play with it a little bit. No big deal, but if you're into camping stoves, then you'll probably want to stay around and watch it. I'm no expert. I've only had these stoves a couple of months really, and 35 years ago when I was backpacking a lot more than I am now, I had the old heavy Coleman Peak 1, and I liked it, but my friends had Sveas and I kind of dismissed them. Every time I looked over, I was working on my stove and I'd be looking at them and they'd have 1.5 foot of yellow flame coming out of theirs, and I just thought they didn't work very well. And come to find out, now that I'm a hobbyist, a stove hobbyist, I come to find out that's kind of how they work. You preheat them, they're actually a lot more fun than the Peak 1, I think. There's probably as many different methods of doing your preheat and fiddling with them and getting them to work properly as there are people who own and use them. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I've been doing as I've been playing with it, making my coffee. I've only owned this stove for 2 months, and it's always been summer. So when winter time comes around, I'll probably mess with it a little differently. I've got for the winter one of these kind of insulated bubble wrap things. I just cut it out and it fits underneath it. I understand that's required to get good use out of these stoves in the wintertime, so I guess I'll find out in a couple of months. One thing you might notice about my stoves and my camping gear in general is I tend not to over clean them. I kind of like that gnarly look in the patina that they get. Unless there's baked on food, there's really no reason to clean it. It doesn't affect the function. And if you think about it, if you are polishing this stove, you know, some of these are over 60 years old, and as you polish them, you're removing metal, and it's possible, I think, over time that you could weaken the metal enough where it becomes unusable. So here is the Svea 123 next to its younger brother, the 123R, and as is the case with many of these, it was missing the throttle key, so I had to buy a new one, and that's just a clock key that's in there. It's a number 2 clock key, the 2.75 millimeter that the older Sveas use, and it fits fine, works well. Go ahead and open the key. If it's warm enough, we should get some fuel coming up. There we go. And that will keep coming out slowly. Well, there you can see the fuel starting to come out of there. There we go, we're starting to get that preheat cup filling up a little bit. You don't want to overfill it because once the fuel starts burning, it will boil and overflow and run down the side of the stove, which can be a problem. So, there we go. That was the kind of stuff I used to see 35 years ago. It made me think these were not working properly. See, there's some fuel running down the side there as it heats up. A good long preheat is necessary for proper functioning of the stove. And there's different ways of doing it. This is just one way.
Ta-da!
Hope you enjoyed watching it. Nothing to it really. Just having fun with the stove.